Let us continue with next one. That is question number 12. So when it comes to question number 12, it has been given that the RMS velocity of hydrogen is root 7 times the RMS velocity of nitrogen. If T is the temperature of the gas, which of the following is true? Okay. Now let us consider the RMS velocity of nitrogen as x, because we don't know, that has not been given. Here they have said that RMS velocity of hydrogen is equal to root 7 times of x. Therefore RMS velocity of a gas is given by the formula square root of 3RT by m. So that here they have said that the comparison of nitrogen along with the hydrogen. So what I'll do, so the amount of nitrogen gas by the amount of hydrogen gas is equal to, so because RMS velocity with reference to nitrogen as well as with reference to hydrogen, so here what happens, so 3R, 3 is a constant, R is a constant, so that if I take out this, then I can write it as square root of T of N2 by T of H2 into divided by, so this will be m of H2, mass of H2 divided by mass of N2. So what I will do now next, squaring on both sides. When I square it on both sides, we have considered the RMS velocity of nitrogen as what? X. RMS velocity of hydrogen they have given, that is nothing but root 7x. So square it on both sides. So this will be square root of temperature with reference to nitrogen, temperature with reference to hydrogen into mass of hydrogen by 2. Mass of nitrogen is 28. So square it off. So when we square it on both sides, root square root get cancelled, so that I can write this as 7 square, sorry, x square divided by 7x square is equal to temperature with reference to nitrogen divided by temperature with reference to hydrogen into 1 divided by 14. So when I further simplify it, temperature with reference to nitrogen divided by temperature with reference to hydrogen is equal to 14x square divided by 7x square. Therefore Tn2 is equal to 2 times of TH2. So this is the relationship which is given by the option C. Next one, question number 13. So when it comes to question number 13, it has been given that 25 grams of each of the following gases are taken at 27 degrees Celsius and 600 mm pressure. Which of these will have the least volume? So here they have mentioned that HBr, HCl, HF and HI. So one should know that ideal gas equation PV is equal to what? nRT. So if the pressure and temperature of the gas is same, so they have mentioned that the pressure and the temperature of all the gases are same. So I'll write here, if pressure and temperature of all gases are same, then volume is directly proportional to what? Number of moles. So when volume is directly proportional to number of moles, we know that N is what? Number of moles, that is nothing but weight by molecular weight, or you can also call it as given mass by molecular mass. So here we can tell that volume is inversely proportional to what? Molecular mass. By this we can tell that volume is inversely proportional to molecular mass. So when volume is inversely proportional to molecular mass, from the options we can clearly understand that HI has more molecular weight and than the remaining gases. Hence, its volume will be very least. So, because when we compare with the options, that is HBr, HCl, HF as well as HI, the molecular weight or the molecular mass with reference to HI will be maximum. If the molecular mass is maximum, volume will be minimum. Hence, the correct option is given by what? Option D, that is HI. Next one, question number 14. So according to question number 14, it has been given that which of the following gases has the highest value of RMS velocity at 298 Kelvin. So they are asking highest value of RMS velocity. That is question number 14. So here we know that RMS velocity is given by the equation square root of 3 RT by m. This is the equation for RMS velocity. From this equation, we can clearly understand that lower the molecular weight, higher is the RMS velocity. Because for this RMS velocity, mass is inversely proportional. By this, we can clearly understand that the given options are what? Methane, carbon monoxide, chlorine gas, as well as carbon dioxide. So methane has very less molecular mass. So if the lower the molecular weight, higher is the RMS velocity. So since its molecular weight is less, the RMS velocity will be maximum, which is given by the option A. That is nothing but methane. Next one, question number 15. The statement that is not correct. Compressibility factor measures the deviation of real gas from ideal gas. Yes, it is true. Next, Van der Waals equation A measures the extent of intermolecular attractive forces for real gases. Yes, that is also true. Critical temperature is the lowest temperature at which liquefaction of gas first occurs. No, this is the wrong statement. The right statement is critical temperature is the temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied even though irrespective of pressure is applied. That is the correct statement. Hence, the given wrong statement is what? Option C. Next one. Question number 16. Density of carbon monoxide is maximum at. So here we know that density is equal to equation. Density is equal to Pm divided by RT. So by this, I can clearly understand that density is directly proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to temperature. So by using this above relation, I can clearly understand that density is maximum at 4 atmospheres and 500 Kelvin, because density is directly proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to temperature. Hence, the correct option will be what? 4 atmosphere, that is pressure, and 500 Kelvin temperature. So, density of carbon monoxide will be maximum at 4 atmospheres and 500 Kelvin, which is given by the option D. Next one, question number 17. Plot of Maxwell's distribution of velocity is given. So, according to the given curve, which plot is correct about this given graph? So, we know that according to Maxwell distributions of velocities, the curves shifts forward and downward. The curve shifts forward and downward at higher temperature. So, based upon this explanation, it is clear that the T1 is greater than T2, V1 is greater than V2, and F2 is greater than F1. They are asking that which of the following is correct about this. So, as we have explained, that is T1 is greater than T2, which is given by the option D. That is the correct statement. Next one, question number 18. A liquid can easily exist only between the triple point and critical point, at any temperature above melting point, between melting point and critical point, between boiling point and melting point. So, liquid can easily exist only between boiling point and melting point, which is given by the option D. Next one, question number 19. So, when it comes to question number 19, the pressure of real gas is less than that of ideal gas because of increase in the kinetic energy of the molecules, intermolecular attraction, finite size of particle, increase in the number of collisions. So, the pressure of real gas is less than that of ideal gas because of intermolecular attraction. It is always because of intermolecular attraction, and this intermolecular attraction is given by the option B. Next one, question number 20. For an ideal gas, compressibility factor. So, we know that the compressibility factor Z is given by PV by RT. So for an ideal gas, the value of Z is always equal to 1, which is given by the option B. So last question, that is question number 21. So in question number 21, which of the following equation does not represent Charles' law for a given mass of a gas at constant pressure? So we know that according to Charles' law, volume by temperature is equal to constant, that is V by T is equal to constant. We know this. Upon taking log on both sides, we can write it as log V minus log T is equal to what? Log K. So that I can rewrite this equation as log V is equal to log K plus of log T. So here log K is equal to log V minus of log T. So here which of the following equation does not represent Charles' law? So V by T is equal to K, it represents Charles' law. So log V is equal to log K plus of log T, it represents Charles' law. So that this above equation can also be written as, so ln V, d of ln V divided by dt is equal to 1 by T, because K itself is a constant. So which is not representing the equation according to Charles' law? That is option C, log K is equal to log V plus log T. Thank you.